Have you ever wondered who you really are? When you say I, what do you mean? Is there truly a solid self inside you? Or are you just a passing collection of memories and feelings? We like to believe that the person we were 10 years ago is the same one speaking today. Our name, our story, our memories, they make it feel continuous. But if every cell in our body has changed and every belief has evolved, what exactly stays the same? Across history, philosophers tried to locate this mysterious core. Some called it a soul, others reason, or consciousness itself. But in the 18th century, a Scottish philosopher named David Hume looked inward and found nothing. Hume lived in Enlightenment Edinburgh, surrounded by belief in reason and progress. Yet he questioned everything, even the foundations of knowledge. When he turned his gaze toward the self, his answer was not comfort, but silence. He asked a simple question. When I look inside, what do I actually see? He found sensations, thoughts, emotions, desires, but never a stable self. No core observer watching them all, only the experiences themselves, constantly appearing and vanishing. From this came Hume's famous idea. The mind is not a thing, but a bundle. A bundle of perceptions tied together by habit and memory. Like beads strung on a thread that does not exist, our thoughts only seem united because they follow one another. Hume compared the mind to a theater where perceptions appear and disappear. But there is no actor on the stage, no audience in the seats. Only the play itself unfolding, moment by moment. If this is true, then the self we cling to may be a useful fiction. There is no hidden pilot steering our thoughts, only thoughts steering themselves. The I is not a thing we possess, but a story our mind tells to connect scattered moments. Just a century earlier, René Descartes declared, "I think, therefore I am." For him, thinking proved the existence of a stable self. Hume shattered that certainty. He would say there is thinking, but no thinker behind it. So why do we still feel continuous? Hume thought memory creates the illusion. Our mind connects yesterday's images with today's and weaves them into a single thread. Continuity is not real. It's just our imagination refusing to see gaps. This illusion, though false, comforts us. Without it, identity would collapse. We could not promise, regret, or plan. Perhaps the mind invented the self because life without one feels unbearable. Centuries later, Hume's idea feels strangely modern. We now curate multiple versions of ourselves online. Profiles, feeds, avatars. Each shows a slightly different bundle of emotions and desires. Which one is truly us? The truth may be that we are all shifting bundles, shaped by what we consume, remember, and desire. We wake up one person, go to sleep another, and call the whole sequence me. Think of identity like a river. Its shape seems constant, yet its water never stays. We are not the stone sitting still, but the current forever moving. Every memory, every plan, every habit stitches the flow into a narrative. The self becomes a novel, constantly rewritten, and we are both the author and the reader who forgets the previous chapter. If Hume is right, what happens to responsibility or love? Who chooses? Who remembers? Who feels guilt? The answer may be that choice and emotion exist without a fixed owner, just experiences happening in sequence. Paradoxically, this absence of a solid self can feel freeing. If identity is not fixed, we are not trapped by past mistakes or labels. Each moment offers the chance to begin again. Though Hume wrote in Scotland, his idea echoes ancient Buddhist thought that the self is an illusion, and peace arises when we stop clinging to it. Different traditions, yet the same insight. Impermanence is the nature of mind. You might still feel there must be someone observing all this, some awareness behind the flow. But Hume would say that even this sense of being an observer is just another perception, another part of the bundle. Modern science still struggles with the same question. If the self is just a collection of experiences, how does consciousness arise from the brain's endless firing patterns? The mystery remains as deep as in Hume's time. Perhaps the very act of being aware creates the illusion of someone who is aware. The mind reflects upon itself and mistakes that reflection for a person. Awareness becomes self-awareness, and illusion becomes identity. Hume knew this idea unsettles people. Think that you do not exist feels cold and lonely. But he saw it not as despair, only as truth, that what we call self is just nature observing itself through endless change. He also admitted that no one can live this theory completely. Even he, after closing his books, felt himself as David Hume again. The illusion of self returns, not by reason, but by habit. We can understand that the self is an illusion, yet still feel it vividly. It's like knowing a dream is false, while still fearing the fall. Our emotions keep the illusion alive. Hume thought this persistence of feeling is what binds the bundle together. It's the warmth of familiarity, the rhythm of habit. They create the sense of me even without a real foundation. To see through the illusion does not destroy you. It shows that identity is more fluid than you believed. You are not a fixed object to perfect, but an unfolding experience to witness. When you stop trying to hold a permanent image of yourself, life becomes lighter. The future no longer threatens the past, because both are flowing through the same river. Hume's quiet insight still whispers today. Beneath all names, roles, and memories, there may be only the dance of perception itself. The story of you is not false, it is simply unfinished, always writing itself anew. If there is no you behind your thoughts, then perhaps freedom begins where certainty ends, in the simple act of being aware. Before the mind decides who is watching, our recollections link past and present, yet each memory is a fragile fragment. Like stepping stones over water, they provide passage but contain no solid ground. We often believe we own our experiences, yet each thought comes and goes without asking. Ownership of self may be no more than a comforting fiction. Identity feels continuous because time blurs moments together. The river of experience moves fast, and we mistake motion for permanence. Every person around us is also a bundle of shifting perceptions. Seeing others as constantly changing mirrors reminds us that the self is not unique, it is a pattern of motion. Thoughts, emotions, and sensations play across the mind, like actors on a stage. The lights may dim, the scenes change, but there is no director watching it all. The mind binds perception with habit. Repetition and expectation create a sense of identity where none inherently exists. We are the product of patterns, not a permanent entity. Every instant is new, yet memory and habit create a seamless rhythm. The self is a choreography of fleeting lights, moving together without a dancer behind them. On social media, we fragment our attention into avatars, posts, and images. Each persona is a bundle, separate yet linked, reflecting Hume's insight in a digital age. Recognizing the impermanence of self can ease anxiety. When identity is flexible, failure loses its weight, and expectations soften. You are not a thing to be found, but a process to witness. Life unfolds continuously, and your sense of self is the story that stitches experiences together. Without a fixed self, we can embrace change rather than resist it. Each moment becomes an opportunity for renewal, not a threat to identity. The mind, nature, and time move together. You are part of the unfolding universe, a pattern in the dance of perception. The self we feel is a continuous story built from perception, memory, and habit. Understanding this does not diminish life, it enhances awareness. To watch your thoughts without claiming them is to experience freedom. Awareness becomes an end in itself, independent of a fixed observer. Hume never demanded we act as if we had no self. He only invited reflection, accepting impermanence gently. We may find serenity in the ever-changing flow of consciousness. If this idea made you rethink who you are, hit like, share with someone curious, and subscribe for more explorations of philosophy and the human mind.